That's not just in America. I don't know why you phrased that like that was going to make me feel better.
All these different smears and claimed he was anti-Semitic. We made it up. By the way, the New York Times had to issue a correction for how many lies that they told about me, etc. But we'll ruin you. You know, that is an implicit threat that always hangs over their heads. So I get it. I get it. It's too much pressure. But sorry, guys, we've got to start that fight. If you don't start that fight, you're never going to win. You're not going to convince Hakeem Jeffries and Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi to go, oh, donors? Oh, forget the billions we're getting from donor money. You convinced me in a debate. There's no convincing.
It's okay. It's happening all over the East, not just the West. Wow. Awesome.
There's no debates.
Well, I guess that's good.
It's pure corruption. So the day after the election, Bernie came out with a scathing letter saying this Democratic Party has lost its soul. We have to go back to representing the average man. And I said, oh, thank God, Bernie's back. So because for 4 years, they put him in a cave somewhere and they had, and the progressives, literally the head of the Progressive Caucus, Pramila Jayapal, who I have huge issues with, and her strategy through the 4 years was trust Biden. That was literally what it was called, trust Biden. Like, that is the worst political strategy in human history because you're giving away all of your leverage, you know, besides which you're trusting your enemy. Corporate Democrats are not your allies. They are your opponents.
Oh my God. Cenk is retarded. Oh God.
Corporate Democrats and corporate Republicans are on the same team. They're just doing good cop, bad cop. Fox News and MSNBC are on the same team. They're just doing good cop, bad cop. Okay? The whole idea is the establishment drives status quo, corporate donations, etc. So we have to fight. So for Democrats who have been trained by NPR, you whisper, you don't fight, you're civil. They're training you into obedience. Don't do it. Get up and fight. Joe Biden, Hakeem Jeffries, etc., are not your friends. They're not your allies or colleagues.
Well, guess what? We just elected a fascist as president. With the king of propaganda at his side. He replaced government employees with loyalists. Carry out a mass deportation. I don't give... Are we seeing the same picture? Are you mad that your team lost? Are we looking at the same thing? What the fuck?
They are your political opponents. You must defeat them in a primary in order to get to the right place.
Okay, so here's a pushback. Bernie Sanders, we all know, was the rightful presidential candidate in 2016. That's indisputable. He did everything right. He had the popular vote within the Democratic Party. I personally think nobody will never know, sadly, that he stood a much better chance of defeating Trump than Hillary. He did everything right, Cenk, and they didn't let him win.
Oh, I know.
Who's excited for the looming climate refugees to make this fire all more intense? Stop reminding me of things. Go. Okay, I'll do you one better. Okay, go look up who has operational desalination plants in the Middle East. Okay. Now you get the doom.
So, look,
oh, fuck, that just made me feel worse, too.
I went through it this time around. So, how did the Democrats rig primaries? So, it's a little bit different than Trump, but actually, it's in one part in the last primary, a little bit similar. So, they don't do it through the votes. There's
still no release date for GTA 6. Fuck! Everything sucks. I don't care about the primaries. I don't care about... Here.
Econometry fully.
People like our show and then in TYT Network overall is that we try really hard not to be in a bubble. So I've gotten into fight with leftists, and in fact, there's one raging right now. Okay, because that last Trump ad that they put $40 million into about the trans detainees getting gender